Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
AOD channel.
AYB, let pipe him up, bro.
They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored touchdown through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. Lil' bro still spinning like a fan. Lord on my mama. He been playing like this since he was in college. So fast like a rocket. Part of the reason they can't stop him. You don't know how I feel. Come from nothing, turn up quick. You don't know how I feel. Turn them losses into a whip. Yeah, treat the beat like 4 down. Going for the dub. I ain't playing with them. QB to the RB. Big 4 not serving hand to hand. Real name Jamal Chase. He the newest goal with the people saying. I'm still in the field. Ain't calling plays. Bill Belichick.
Yeah, where the ops, I ain't ducking smoke. Kick it off, no, we tryna scout. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown, hit the gritty on him. Gotta pull in they camera phones. H-time, throw the city up. I finna pick the play off like it's Xavier. When it's pressure, can't get out the pocket. Got the cannon on me, I feel like Brady. Chasing after Lamborghinis. We just barely get started. Ay, catch a play, I'm like Megatron. You don't know nobody that can guard it. You know nobody.
They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
What's the point of having if you ain't gon' use? She watch my games and play my music. I'm stuck in the game, I pray on lose. These chains on my neck keep giving me bruise. They don't want these problems cause we ain't lose. I'm calling the plays, just gotta keep moving. Only option is win cause we ain't lose. Get a name in this game, you gotta be proof. All I know is loyalty for my team is what I stand on. It's simple, I turn the corner when got a sack and put my man on. Like magic, everything gon' turn to gold, I put my hands on. Just bought another lot next to my crib for me to expand on.
They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
It's that ground breaking. When I pull up, leave the ground shaking. Guess they ain't think I was gonna blow, they be like, how I make it. Talking like they finna stop something, it's go time, let's line it up. I've been ready to mob something the whole time, my stomach growling. I ain't gon' pick up for no 100,000. I need a Billy tryna go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stove on, my name hot like fajita plate. I don't need a break. Told my partner crank that to the meter like break.
The P, who want it? No limit, who run it? Dreadhead, cool runners, GMF, good money. New whip, 200. Soldiers with me, 300. If it ain't about the money, please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems gon' be problematic. Don't want no smoke or no static. I don't do no dramatics. Them boys faker than plastic. I tell them jump in the bag.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Runs over, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Here is 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
toss play. Here's Pierce. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. He's got right on the short throw. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Delson in motion.
60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. He's tackled. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. Stroud looking to throw. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. Touchdown, Houston. Brock Wright, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a
Now Wilson on second down. And he's got this to Jefferson. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The Vikings had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison. 26 yards. Have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pierce gets this one running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Cut 19! Ready?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
To this standpoint, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Stroud now to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Quickly to Addison here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. To throw is Wilson. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Garrett Stingley picks it. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Takedown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He lets one go deep for Addison. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Let's do it in a figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Play action. Stroud now. He's got Wright on the short throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end offense.
Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Motion man is Schwartz. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.K. Dobbins. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got right on the short throw. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 16. That one, and also a Texan 1st down. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Give to Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Pierce on the counter. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
On the draw, it's no longer.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. And they will take a knee here.
Okay, ready? Let's go, man. Here we go.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put